Happy birthday, Cancer. It's time for your yearly read. This will be for your year ahead. But it's really going to concentrate around your birthday. And then, like all solar returns, it's going to echo for the next 12 months until your following birthday. So let's look into it. What do we got? Can we show me Cancer and the path thereon? We're going to do the whole deck here. Three of Pentacles. Okay, so this is about collaboration. This year is about changing the collaboration. It's about shifting and communicating. There may be some gossipy people, some people who are watching you or speaking about you. Ultimately, the communications and the conversations you're having in the company you're keeping is developing something. Something is being materialized from it, and that's kind of exciting, Cancer. The history of this has to do with the Nine of Swords in reverse. I think you recognize that people speaking negatively on your name can be alchemized now. There's some more cards here. Yeah, the Well and the Two of Pentacles. It may have messed with you in the past, but I think you've figured it out now. You've figured out how to play with this, how to alchemize it. Ten of Cups in the reverse, Strength card. There may have been a Leo that gave you a bit of an emotional loss or has given you emotional loss. Now let's look at the midst of this. Show me Cancer and this group. People are talking about you this year. They're talking about your courage or lack thereof, your romantic history, your family history. You are the talk of the town, Cancer. I think it did bind you up for a while, didn't it? It did bind you up for a while. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, it actually like put you in the upside down. The upside down may be significant. Stranger things may be significant. But again, like, look at this. This card came out sideways, Seven of Cups. You're figuring out how to strategize through the confusion. You're figuring out how to master that demon, that darkness of illusion, and change the game, change your face, change everything. Interesting. The Emperor and the Hierophant came out together with the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you have decided to turn the wheel in your favor. You're taking control of it now, and you're turning it into part of your philosophy, part of your method, part of your rule book. Interesting. Some of you may be getting into the craft now, your own personal magics. Queen of Cups in the reverse, King of Swords upright, and the Devil card reversed. Oh, ooh, I love this for you. You're like, you know what? That hurt, and I can feel it, but I'm going to use it. I'm going to intellectually use it. Use these karmics. Use this negative vibration in my favor. I'm going to put the Devil in his place with my intellect. And it makes sense because you have a Mercury retrograde this year. Yeah, feeling left out in the cold, rejected. You stepped back. Two of Wands, Three of Wands to the Two of Wands, both in reverse. You stepped back once you felt the pain. You stepped back. The Tower reversed. Wow, and it was the hard way. You took the hard way there, Cancer. The Star card, but it was healing, wasn't it? To the King of Cups upright. Okay, so you really have healed your heart chakra. You really have healed your emotional center. And you're feeling super elevated now about this. Now that you understand how to capitalize on the hate. High Priestess in the reverse with the Ten of Wands. They counted you out, didn't they? They counted you out for a minute, and that you used that in your favor. Good for you. Show me more about what Cancer's got going for them in the future. Okay, so to come, Judgment. You are coming up on a critical turning point, and things are being paid attention to by your spirit team, by Source, by Creator. You are the feather, the heart against the feather, right? Like, that's where you are now. Justice and the Sun reversed. Seeing things end is going to be fair, okay? It's fair. There is some sort of just ego death, just maturity that has to happen, and releasing and letting go of some sort of like maybe childlike mentality or innocence is just required at this point. You have realized your cutoff game, your pullout game, and that's going to come up more. You're going to see more of that, especially on full moons. There'll be times for you to just like take an activation. Ooh, there's the Page of Cups. And it's actually like forgiveness that you're offering. I think you're letting go of any animosity that you may have had towards people because it's heavy, right? Like they got their own karma to deal with, Cancer. You don't have to worry about that. Yeah. And you don't have to offer them love or compassion anymore. It's too draining. But what you can do is let it go, you know? Thanks for the experience kind of thing. I feel like that's coming up for you. King of Pentacles in the reverse with the Chariot in the reverse. There may be some revision when it comes to your work and your stability. You may have to pull away from some. Knight of Cups also in the reverse. You may have to pull out of some over giving when it comes to work and like really play your cards tight, close. Show me more about this work thing. Holy, Four of Swords in the reverse, the Hangman. Okay, so yeah, you may have been, this year you may have be put on pause when it comes to work for a little bit. But it's meant to give you new perspective and new opportunities, new rest. Because what you were doing at work was too much. You were over giving. You were over, give me the word. Over involved? Okay, you were over involved with the people at work and the things at work. Queen of Swords, yeah, in the upright. So the King and the Queen of Swords have both been here in the upright. This makes sense for the Mercury retrograde in your solar return this year. There are some other retrogrades that are activating this year. Jupiter's moving into Cancer during your, or into Leo during your season, out of your sign. So yeah, you're contemplating where the most money can be made. What is the logical thing to do? And it may be that you have to rewrite and refuse some opportunities that are just not big enough for you. Four of Cups to the Five of Swords to the Six of Pentacles. I think you think it's time for more. I think you think it's time for more when it comes to work. Yeah, and you're ready to stand and wait for it. You can take it. You can take the pause. Okay, Ace of Swords, the World card reverse, Nine of Cups. Do not get caught up in media and news stuff this year, and you will find a lot of peace and a lot of benefit. Pay attention to your local news. I think that's what you need to do because that's where you have magic. The Magician here with the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, your local community is actually something that you can benefit from and you can find benefit in. Six of Swords. And choosing what you do when it comes to that very critically. There's a lot of cards there. The Fool, the Lovers, both in reverse. The Hermit in reverse, and the Knight of Wands. You're here for a good time, not for a long time, baby. You are no longer playing for keeps. This is now about what feels good, what resonates, and what actually burns your loins, I'm hearing. Two of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. You're fine with walking away from commitments if they're not financially sound or, you know, grounded in their own way. No matter how these people benefit or you benefit from them, if it's not grounded, you're not staying. Ten of Swords in the reverse. That may be a harder lesson for you later in the year. I'm hearing November is going to be really tricky for that one. And Seven of Wands in the reverse to the Two of Swords. There may be some sort of like difficulty. You may find that people are trying to like change your mind. You have to go with what you intuitively know is right, and don't move until you're ready. Do not let yourself be pushed, okay? Cancer, don't let yourself be pushed this year. This is a year where you're changing for your betterment. Okay, the cards just fly away. The Queen of Pentacles, and she came up reversed, but she flew off the table, so don't forget that, you know, who you share with is important, but it needs not to be the highest priority. Right now, it's about figuring out your own stuff. Yeah, I feel like if you're hanging out with the wrong people, they could be asking you for things. You maybe ask for a loan this year. You have to be okay with not being liked. If people are only around you for their own benefit, then those aren't your people anyway. Eight of Wands. And they're going to run away, Four of Pentacles, because they're there for the wrong reasons anyway. So be okay with letting people go if you find that they're just constantly looking to gain from you. Knight of Swords here. Yeah, and be okay with saying less. You know, you don't have to tell them everything. They are some sort of messengers of truth that you need to get, but it could be some hard truths. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. They could really mess with your financial stability and your focus, okay? So, like, remember that if these people... Woo! Wow! A lot of cards just came flying upside down. And it started with the Three of Pentacles. It is a large group of people. Okay, there is a large group of people from your past who may feel like, you may feel like they're just out on their luck. Okay, Six of Cups to the Page of Pentacles reversed. Or they just, you know, they're inadequate, or they aren't able to figure it out. Queen of Wands, and you could be their hero and inspire them. Ten of Pentacles, and save them financially. But ultimately, with the Five of Wands there, the Page of Wands in the reverse, and the King of Wands, this is a trap to see if your ego and being the hero is going to override your sense of duty to yourself and your own security. Show me the rest. There's the Seven of Swords in the reverse. It's a bad strategy, babe. It's a bad strategy. You are not everybody's hero. You're your own hero, okay? Let's get the last of the cards. The Death card reversed. The Knight of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, again, you aren't here to stabilize other people. You are here to stabilize yourself and lead by example. The Empress upright. The Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, see, and you already know that. You already know that. You're going to need to remind yourself throughout the year. The Four of Wands and the Artist in the reverse. It's not about foundations with other people, honey. I know you can imagine all of the amazing things, but if you're focusing on weddings and moving in with people and planning your life with somebody else, if your whole plan relies around other people, it is a false city. Three of Swords in the reverse, Knight of Wands in the reverse, and the Temperance in the reverse. You gotta watch out about love, okay? Sexuality, love, grief. Being disappointed by people is gonna happen. Rushing through that is just gonna destabilize you. Do not ignore the red flags. Do not ignore when they tell you those things that you know intuitively are not for you, just because you really like this person, okay? You are the end game. And so is your peace and stability. Happy birthday, Cancer.